FPL Gameweek 38 team selection. In this video, guys, we're going to go through my team selection, my transfer plans, as well as looking at where I'm at in the league table, see if I can overcome one of my nemesis. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, we are going to jump straight into this. It's going to be a very straightforward video, really nice and quick as well. So if you're new here, please, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and we would really appreciate that support. Thank you so much. So I have 3 players. Firstly, 1 free transfer, 7.2 million in the bank, and I've got 3 players who I have some thoughts around. Now, first one is Cunha, who didn't start the previous game, but I think with the links that he has to leave, I think this would be his last home game. So I think there's a very strong narrative that can be built around it, but I don't want to get lost in it, in the fact that it's his last game. You know, I think they're definitely going to start him. He could go all out and really just, you know, say goodbye to the fans very nicely, and, you know, give him a couple of goals and stuff, you know. So it could be a very good match for him, and I don't want to get lost in that narrative, but it's him not starting in the previous game that has sort of made me think, look, you have to plan for in the case where Cunha doesn't actually play. But the thing I love about Cunha is he's a very great differential. And I say that because a lot of the community is moving to Evan Nilsson, be it from an Isak, be it from a Mateta or a Mamouche or so. I don't necessarily want to do that transfer, but I have it planned in the case where Cunha does get benched, then of course. And I say that because I will be one of those who I'm not doing a transfer until the freaking deadline. Like, I will be sitting there 5 minutes before the deadline. If I don't hear nothing, you know, then no. But if I do hear a couple of things that I'm looking to hear that Cunha's playing, then cool. I'm leaving him in, and yeah, gonna just play forward. If I hear he's benched, then again there are some other conditions that will depend on that transfer, like if Kevin De Bruyne himself as well, another one, if he's benched. Now, played FA Cup full game, well, not full game, but pretty much a lot of the minutes, and then in the next game a few days later, I believe like 2 days later, played, but also went off, I wouldn't say early, but after the red card, so did get a bit of a rest there. Didn't play 2 games back to back. So with the space in between from that game and this game now, he definitely will have enough rest to be able to make another first team starting lineup appearance. So I still do have my worry though that he might not start. That being said, Semenyo for me is an option, and I say an option because I don't want my phone to ring, so I'm just going to put it on do not disturb. That being said, Semenyo for me is, I would say, first option because of secured minutes locked in, playing against Leicester City, very happy. But my other thought is Leandro Trossard, who again I feel like is somebody who I would have to wait on news in order to really know whether or not he's playing. Now, I know I sound like I'm basically waiting on a whole lot of news. I don't expect a lot of news to be coming through on each and every single specific team, but I have to make do with whatever news I get at the same time. So that, then again, I do have a plan for that as well, being at the last day of the season, and it's you know, crunch time, quite frankly. So Semenyo is the default. Of course, if I get news that Trossard is playing, I prefer Trossard in all honesty, just because of his form compared to Semenyo, as well as the team that he's playing, and you know, the team that he has is in a stronger team, which is Arsenal, much stronger than a Bournemouth, you know. Yeah, and the way he plays, his positioning as well. So a lot's really going to depend whether or not De Bruyne is going to be playing. Do we get that league? Do we not? We tend to mostly get those leagues, really. So yeah, we'll see. And then the last one is in the case, quite frankly, and this is where I think we can then start going through our options, where say Cunha does play, we hear Cunha starts, got the league, that's great. De Bruyne is also starting, we've got that league, that is great. Then I'm very happy with my team, and I say that fairly in the sense that I'm pretty sure that I've got a lot of players who will be starting. I wouldn't be surprised that there is going to be a huge surprise, like I don't know what type of surprise. I say huge for the entire FPL community, like somebody who we all banked for minutes just doesn't start, be it a Cole Palmer, be it a I don't know, something crazy like Virgil van Dijk, or somebody that we most likely all actually have, like a Mo Salah or even a Bukayo Saka doesn't play. I wouldn't be surprised if we get that surprise, but nonetheless, if those two players are playing, then I'm very happy just to make a defensive transfer. But that literally is like the last option, because I'm happy with the players I've got. I've got very good differentials, and I say that because I've found myself in that point of I'm like trying to gain rank over specific players as well. So my team is pretty differential compared to those players that I'm trying to get over. So I'm happy to just make that transfer if those two players are going to be playing. Now, before we go on to looking at the the Fantasy Football G League, and I do my shout outs for the last time for the season. Guys, if you're loving the content, please, if you haven't seen this already, please hit that subscribe button. I ain't even asking you to do too much. You ain't even gotta like. If you like it. But if you're loving it, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. I'm on the road to 500, and you guys have been so supportive, honestly, throughout the season. I have to say thank you, because yeah, I love FPL, and I think when I took over the channel, we were like 56 subscribers. So you guys have like really helped me out just to get over to 200. So going all the road to 500, and I'm very sure we can hit it next season as well. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Let's take a look at the FPL Fantasy Football G League standings. I think congratulations is in order for the champion. And I say that because he is far ahead. Joseph Robinson, the tempestuous sea has sailed home, ladies and gentlemen. I say that ahead already because he is far beyond. I don't think we can catch him. No disrespect to the hitman himself at number 2, Marcel Oscar, who is just about 50 points or so behind. Yeah, he's done so well himself as well. Marcel fighting from the bottom as well, coming up. Even when he came into the league, he actually came in top, so had a bit of a dip and then found himself way up as well. And then another man at number 3, slotting them away, who we didn't even know of in the top 10, fighting back, coming out of nowhere, rushing through into the top 10. All the time on WhatsApp, is hitting me up saying, yo man, I see you. I'm like, bro, whatever, bro. I don't see you at all. And now he's come through right over me in the dying game weeks. Well done, my G. But I'm not going to let it slide, my man. I'm not going to let it slide, because Killer Squad is right there at number 4. Not too far behind. It's really, really close there. Even Marcel, if the hitman himself takes too many hits, if he takes too many hits and these captaincy don't work out, slotting them away, and Killer Squad might just do the game. But right behind Killer Squad, Stingers FC as well, another one who's come into the league out of nowhere, is also not so far behind. And I say that in the sense of, I think this game week, 30 points is really hard to gain, but it's not impossible. And I think that it can be done, again, if the captaincy doesn't work, as well as my differentials and so on and so on. So Stingers FC has a chance to sneak himself into the top 4 there. But right behind him, hashtag number 115 Charge FC has been charging ahead, and he has found himself 6th place from the time he's come in as well. He has been charging ahead steady as well. See you in the comments there, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then Marauders FC, again, another one who's come out of nowhere, having to bully himself into the top 10. Well done, my G. Well done. But it isn't over. I see it as very close there between number 6 and number 7. And let's see if Dallas Dominators at number 8 has something to say about this, because he himself was very much up there, and I think he is beating himself up, but I'll say do not do that. It is the last game week. You will come back strong even next season, and trust me, you can still pop yourself back up into the top 10 again. Like I said, 30 points is nothing. It can happen this game week as well. Bloodline FC right there, rounding it off, just keeping the Bloodline in the top 10 there. He's also been around, another household name when it comes to the Fancy Football G top 10 there. So really good to see that names as well. And then the greatest one, just tapping out macaroni and cheese of the top 10. So it's been between 10 and I'd say 6, 7. It's been a battle, a battle of the top 10, and the greatest one just wrapping it up for now. I think he knows himself that it's very close there as well. Anybody can jump up in between, and you can see how close it is even there with Dallas Dominators. But Dallas he's a household as well, household name in the top 10. So let's see, guys. I most likely will also just round this off in another video after this game week as well. So don't worry about that at all. But congratulations to you guys in the top 10, and congratulations, big ups to Joseph Robinson, the tempestuous sea, sailing home, grabbing the win of the Fancy Football G League. If the channel grows as big as I really wanted to, I want to do prizes, man. Like really, banter and props, I guess, and it's all nice and stuff, but prizes, really, incentives really make it dope. So let's see what we can do with the channel growth, but hit that subscribe button. Let's get into my team, having seen the actual transfer plans as well. So let's take it to the press conference. Right, in goals, I'm going to be starting Edison against Fulham away. In my back three, playing a 3-4-3. I do have Trippier there, hoping for some great news. Literally hoping. I do not expect him to play at all, but I hope. And I say that because it would be so cool if he did manage to get through for the actual game, and say he plays just over 60 minutes and then they take him off. I'll be like, thank you very much. But we'll see. Vardio there as well, and in Kirkes there as well. Another great pick in the defense there if you guys are looking for an option to buy in defense. In the midfield, I've got Asensio against Man United, Kevin De Bruyne against Fulham, Mbuemo there against Wolves, and then a Jared Bowen there with the captaincy so far. And then vice captain there, Ollie Watkins along with Wissa, and then Cunha as well, rounding it off. On the bench, I've got Alisson Becker with the Kevin Schade, Ait Nouri, and Munoz. So the goal really for me this game week, 69 points. That's actually what I need to beat my best, which I know some of you what can I say, veterans have had a higher points tally, but yeah, cool. For me, 69 points, just 67 points just to beat my best, and we're getting better. Will really just make me feel a lot better. So captaincy, let's be captaincy. For me, my top 3 captains this game week. Now, Bowen for me, definitely number 1 based on form. I don't think there's anything to speak about. We found out this week that his goal involvement really is about 58%. So if they're scoring 2 goals, he's definitely in that goal involvement, and he's really just been contributing in the past 6 games, really 5 games. He's been scoring and assisting as well. So yeah, Jared Bowen, honestly, without a doubt. The number 1 Number 2. So let me just put this out there, right? Everybody's going, oh, Salah, yes, but I'm tired of the narrative now. Like, he's chasing his thing, whatever. He's been chasing, guys, for the past, 3, whatever. And for me, again, like I've been saying for this game week. And so don't hear me bring out my number 2 and you're like, what? Like, no. Listen, this number 2 is for those of you who I say are chasing in the sense of going differential in terms of captaincy and not in terms of ownership. But that would be Johan Wissa, because also of his goal involvement and his form when it comes to goals and contribution and so on. He's really been really good in the past few weeks, really since game week 30. He's always in and around there, linking up so well with Brian Mbeumo, who himself hasn't necessarily been on the end of the goals until recently, but also unlucky game week for him. But I would actually go for a Wissa in terms of form before I do an Mbeumo. So that's a good differential, and I say differential because the main captaincy candidates are your Liverpool man, Mohamed Salah, even a Saka as well. People are thinking about it if he does have good minutes, and then of course people are thinking about it, Jarrett Bowen as well. Another option in terms of captaincies is actually Ollie Watkins. There's a destroyed Man United after losing the cup final, and Ollie Watkins and them have a job to do. So regardless of what Man United shows up there, I think they've got a lot of motivation to actually just secure the win there. I don't think Man United has not even like their dignity to fight for. I mean, they've done so badly this season, and winning this game, quite frankly, is not even going to mean anything to them. So like I said, regardless of whatever the team is, differential, not in terms of ownership, but effective ownership, but in terms of captaincy, Ollie Watkins for me. I love the fixture. I think it's really good. I would go for it. Again, on the point of captaincy when it comes to Salah, I don't like it. I'm just not in it for the form. Like, fine, he's gonna have his boys backing him again, which is the team which really helped him accumulate all of those points and so on. But let's not act like Crystal Palace is a pushover. And I say that, I mean it. Like, let's not act like Crystal Palace is Leicester or so and so. Like, Crystal Palace, I think for me, for sure, I thought that Wolves was gonna really give him a good game. And I looked and I was like, these guys, you'd never say they just played the FA Cup final, dog. And that was like their second string Somawat team, So I think that Crystal Palace game, you're going to have the big boys playing. I think it's going to be gun-ho. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended in a draw of like 2-2 as well, or 3-3. I think there's going to be a lot of goals. But I'm not looking at that as like a 4-1 to Liverpool. And yeah, I don't see that like that. That's just me. Again, that's my opinion. You guys make the decision. I said this was going to be a short video, but I guess it's not. Anyway, it is Game Week 38, guys. So yeah, just trying to cover as much as I can on the major topics as well. I did do a big video for you guys, nice as well.